Hi, and welcome to the latest issue of the Trading Pit, personal investment tools and techniques for the individual trader. Please note, this is not investment advice. I am not a financial advisor, and past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of long-term chart patterns that are forming in Bitcoin. We're going to use classical technical analysis of a head and shoulders pattern and the Investor's Business Daily Cup and Handle pattern. First, we're going to zoom out on a multi-year Bitcoin chart and show the big picture. And then we'll zoom into recent price action and give you what I think might be coming up for the price of Bitcoin over the next few days and weeks. So first, let's look at this Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart of Bitcoin, and it shows a well-defined 3-year cup and handle pattern. The first peak was back in 2021, just shy of $71,000. And then this promptly fell to $15,000 in late 2022. And then it rallied from there all the way up to $74,000 at the beginning of this year. I think that was March something of 2024. And then we have a well-defined handle forming since those highs all the way up to current date. What strikes me about the handle is that the pullback in prices, first you do a measured move from the lows of 15,000 up to the highs of 74,000. And I like to look at the Fibonacci retracements of 38, 50%, and 61.8%. as my targets for the price reaction. Here we note that the price only pulled back to the 38% level. To me, this is a sign of underlying strength. And I believe this shows a favorable chance that prices will make new highs on the next rally, new all-time highs on the next rally. Also note that prices from the lows at $15,000 to almost $74,000, that's a 5x increase in 16 months. That's some NVIDIA level type of movement. Next, let's zoom in on the recent price action since that March of 2024 high. We have a pretty well-defined channel here. We've got a couple of spikes outside the lower channel. The top of the channel is well-defined with 5 points on that downward sloping blue line, which is coming in right around $69,000 now. And this month we've dropped very sharply down to the lower channel, and the lower channel is less well defined with some spike lows. And we had that again this month actually, where we spiked below the bottom of the channel, but then we just as quickly found buyers and rallied right back up. So to me, this establishes this 53,000 level as major support. And if I was to go long on a longer term trade, my stop would actually be below that. Of course, this is paper trading only. So now let's zoom in even more and see the recent price action. This is the last 4 months price action. Here we have a possible head and shoulders bottom formation. This formation would be complete on a break of that red downward sloping neckline, which I've labeled there, at around $61,000. We see the left shoulder in July, we see the head in early August, and then this month, just recently, we formed the right shoulder. So I'm looking for a break of that neckline, which would send prices up a wave projection of the headline from the bottom of the head to the neckline. We project that above the neckline break, and that gives us a price target of $76,000. Now this is all-time highs, and this would then also trigger on a larger time frame the cup and handle pattern that we just showed. Now let's go back to that. Here's the cup and handle pattern, which I did a video of 1 or 2 weeks ago and said a buy above $74,000 all-time highs would be triggered on this cup and handle pattern. And a wave projection from the 2022 lows to the 2024 highs. We project that wave from the lows this year, and that gives us a price target of above $107,000 on Bitcoin. And we've got a target date on that of November of next year. Please note, this is for educational and paper trading purposes only. You can lose money trading. So from the current levels around $59,000, we've shown that the risk is a move below $53,000 would be our stop out point. So that's a $6,000 risk, but the upside target is $48,000 higher, all the way up to $107,000. So that is a very asymmetric trade where you're risking $6 to make $48. Now I want to make a comment about this recent price action in Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin a currency? Short answer, no. I don't think it is. In just 3.5 years, Bitcoin has fallen almost 80%, and then it's rallied almost 5 times that. Imagine if Bitcoin were a currency and a car dealer, for instance, priced a brand new Mercedes as one Bitcoin. In 2022, their cars are selling for the equivalent of $71,000. But then you move forward 2 years, and the brand new Mercedes is costing still one Bitcoin, but that's only $15,000. So the dealer is losing big time money. And then 2 years later, prices are right back up to $70,000. So this volatility is unmanageable from a business standpoint. From a trading standpoint, it's great, but from a currency standpoint, you need a more stable currency. That's why I believe with this level of volatility, Bitcoin does not make a good currency. I think there's other alternatives to that. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you find this content helpful. Thanks for watching.